Okay, everybody. Thanks for downloading this episode of Three Different Dads. This is our draft episode. I did instruct everyone to be ready to smile, so they are. I thank you for participating. Our guest this week, much like a few weeks ago, is George Smith. George, thanks for joining us.
Uh, Thank you for having me back. I'm very excited. But
Yeah.
I do, well, never mind. I do have a question before we start.
Go ahead.
Well,
Please
we haven't
hold.
even
Please
introduced
hold
the
the question
topic
until after the
of the
draft.
episode yet, so I feel like I should ask a clarifying question after you introduce the topic. I got carried
Okay.
away.
All
I
right.
got way too excited.
Okay, that's all right. So this draft is our dad draft. So basically, we are drafting dads. The category or the categories are animated dad, TV sitcom dad, movie dad, and then a wild card so we can pick another one from one of those other categories or from those three
Can
categories.
TV sitcom be loose, like sitcom slash just
Well,
TV
TV,
show
we'll
in
say we can
general?
say
Okay.
TV. Like I guess it doesn't
Okay.
have to be a sitcom, but you just TV
Okay.
dad.
All right. Now I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right.
Thank you.
George, your question?
Yeah, yeah. So I fear that I might have gone about this incorrectly. When we say best dad, is this like who's your favorite dad, like the most entertaining dad, or is this the best dad, as in the best father figure, ideal dad?
I think I was going more towards that, but I think it's your draft, and you much like a
You
team
interpret.
drafts players that they want, you're drafting dads that you want. So
Agreed. You
I
spin
put
it
it.
how you need
I
to spin it.
Yeah. You
Well,
spin it
can
however
I
you
ask
want to
which way
spin it.
you guys approached your answers?
I did a little of both.
I just
Yeah.
did my favorite dads in general. So these aren't all great father figures by any
Yeah,
means, but
yeah.
they make
All
me
right,
smile.
all right,
And
got
we
it.
do have an update on the Gophers in your backyard. I'd like you to share that with everybody because I thought that was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Thanks for everyone. I've been getting called. I mean, people I haven't talked to in forever have been calling and just, hey, I heard about the
It's the
Gophers.
power
Are
of
you
the
looking
show,
for an
man.
update? Yeah, it's the power of the out. It's the power of the reach. So I went out this morning. I have not caught any of these. But I completely admitted defeat. We made vegetable gardens. The lawn is just dead. I'm like, I'm gonna wait till it cools off, and I'm gonna redo the whole thing. And all of my traps failed, but a stray cat, not our cat, a stray cat, left the headless gopher next to my vegetables
All
this
right.
morning. So I'm counting that like it's an assist. I don't know. Like I've always let that cat on my yard, so he's kind of on my team.
Sure, sure.
We got one. I'm
Nice.
Are
counting
you
it.
gonna hang the gopher's body like outside of the vegetable garden? Like,
Put its head on a
hey,
pike.
do not
Yeah,
trespass.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's out there. Yeah,
set the tone.
yeah. The cat's wearing it like a hood. Just put its head through.
Awesome.
And
Well,
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I,
Back
I
to back to good dads.
no, I will I agree though. I think that is one for you. So
Thanks.
I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you.
I
Thank
would
you.
get the cat some sort of gift, like some catnip, like let the cat
Yeah, no,
have a
I
little
took it for
party.
ice cream. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, it was
That's
good.
good.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a story. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right,
yeah.
Tyler, you have our
Oh
draft
yeah, I have
order.
to
Come
actually
on.
We
pick the draft
we
now. This is
definitely
it.
went simple this time, so pulling
This
names
is
out of a hat.
official.
This is number one pick.
Lorenzo with the
Oh,
number one pick.
oh, okay.
Hold on, we better write this down. Is anybody writing this
I'm
down?
writing it down. I got it. Yep.
All right. Then me, Tyler,
Okay.
obviously.
Me, Tyler.
Then George.
Oh, Jim.
Jim.
Knew that was coming.
But it's a
Jim.
snake. It's a snake draft, right? Are we going
Yeah.
snake?
Yes, we are going snake.
Yeah,
Are you?
Jimmy, do you feel like it's advantageous to go first because there could be like you stomping on each other's territory, or what's the advantage of?
I mean, going through, I think there's one category that has a lot less. And so I think
Okay,
from that category, there's a clear one and two, and then it kind of falls off. So I don't want to give away kind of my
sure,
strategy in drafting things, but there's some high value early on, I think.
right,
And
okay,
if those are gone, I might just wait till the very end.
And it might just flip
all
your
right.
table over.
Yeah.
Right.
Gross
Just
shit.
quit the whole thing.
All right. Well, number one. So I feel like I know what Jimmy's talking about, but I don't. I feel like there's more in that category, so I'm not going to go with that first. For me, the hardest one to find something a dad that I really liked that was entertaining, a good father, and then the movies were always great. I'm gonna go with Clark Griswold.
That's a
My number
great one.
pick.
I love it.
Um,
Damn it.
so he took his kids on adventures all the time, and they were never the same kids, but he didn't care. He called them by that name.
Didn't
Yeah.
bother.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
just kept going on these adventures, drove across the country, European vacation, Vegas vacation when his kids weren't even old enough. And again, entertaining,
Wally's
always.
World.
Yeah. Yes.
Nick Papa Giorgio from Huma. I love that one.
But it seems like everywhere he went, he was like this close to cheating on his wife, like while on vacation with his family, like constantly.
Okay, but this isn't husbands. This is dads.
I mean, are you?
Yeah, but cheating on your wife, it definitely affects your children.
Okay, but ultimately, he didn't do it. I think that's. I mean, you were watching TV, and Tyler's different because he's divorced. You know, I'm just saying.
What? I'm sorry that I casually said yeah to you. No, I didn't actually hear what he said, but now I'm realizing I might have backed him up on something that wasn't fair.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm not trying to ruin
this is part of it. I do. I mean, every dad has their downfalls, and his. I guess if he had a downfall, it was almost cheating on his wife several times. Okay. Also, exploding up at somebody in all his movies, they always ended up. Someone always ended up the brunt of his frustrations, but overall, he got the job done as far as what he needed to do for his family to take him where they wanted to go.
Did take a prisoner to, I mean, he put a gun to somebody's.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I was thinking on Wally's World.
But at the time of his life.
Yes.
Wasn't that John Candy that he took?
It was.
Prisoner?
It was.
God, that's such a good. Yeah.
The moose should have told you out front. Yeah. So that's my number.
That was a good pick. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So number one.
Damn it, that was a good pick.
That roller coaster scene where they're in the amusement park. My buddy and I were talking about that, and we're like, how freely they would use music montages in movies in the '80s, and it was just like there was so little competition. It's like, yeah they're just dancing for 4 minutes. They were right. If you go back and watch it now, it's clips of them riding the rides for like 3.5 minutes and 20 seconds in. You're like, oh, I got it. They rode all the rides and they had a good time. And they're like, no, watch all the rides.
I'm sure there's some movie producer somewhere that's like, we just need to extend that just a little bit more. Let's put some more images.
Is there more? How much more of that coaster do you have? Let's throw that on there.
Right. We got a lot. We got at least 4 minutes. All right. So I approach these, I feel like all is in best dad. And I know no one's going to choose.
Wait, hold on. Time
out.
Hold on.
Oh,
it's me. He's trying to jump me, isn't he?
Oh, you said I was following Lorenzo.
No. Tyler's next.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's all right. Don't worry. That wasn't going to be what he
was. Is this? All right. So I love this guy. Gone too soon, if that's a giveaway. Daniel Hillard, aka Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was on my list.
I love Mrs. Doubtfire for so many reasons. It's great.
Hits too close to home.
Dude, it actually kind of does hit now that I'm divorced. I won't lie to you. It hits hard.
How many times have you dressed up in women's clothing?
Never.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how close it was to being Mrs. Doubtfire.
One time in grade school. I think it was like at Fort Meigs. I dressed up as an old lady. So that was once.
Okay.
I was like a grandma for Halloween. It was cool.
I also like when you said I love Mrs. Doubtfire for so many reasons, and then I thought you were going to give us reasons, and then nothing happened.
Those are just for me.
Okay.
Dude does what he does to get to see his kids more often. That's so cool. I'm sorry. That's cool.
Do you
And
think,
again,
though, if he was more professional at his job to begin with, then his wife wouldn't have left him?
well, we'll never know because Mrs. Doubtfire 2 was going to come out, and then we all know the end of that story. So, gone too soon.
All right. Thanks.
I don't feel
Thank
like
you.
any parent would have been able to keep the facade going for that long, like especially when like your kid's being a little shit to you, like all of this, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm mad, but I'm an old lady." Like I think any dad would be like, "Hey, it's me, you dick!" Like just immediately the first time. Like, don't talk to me like
Do you
that.
guys think they'll ever release the NC-17 version of that? Because this is well documented.
This is news to me.
No, so I guess he went because they just let him. They just let him like go.
Do his thing.
Yes, they just let him go. So they had them live on camera, and they have different versions of the final cuts. There's like a PG-13, a rated R, and there's an NC-17 version of just him just ripping jokes. God, I wish they would release it. I keep retweeting it whenever I see that on Twitter. I retweet it. It's like release the uncut version of this, you cowards.
Eventually, they're gonna be like, man, that Tyler Zellers guy.
God, that kid just needs to get a fucking life.
All right,
Are
George.
there any scenes from it like on YouTube or anything? Just random.
No, they're scared. It's cancel culture, man. They're scared to release it. It's probably fake.
Yeah.
It's probably fake. Let's be honest.
I have to assume the only reason they haven't released the NC-17 Mrs. Doubtfire is cancel culture.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
why.
All right, George.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Okay. I'm going. All right. Going animated, and I'm gonna probably just pull from my wild card and just move it up because I don't think any of my animated choices are gonna get chosen. I'm going Rick Sanchez of Rick and Morty. And the reason that I'm going with Rick Sanchez is because I was talking to my wife about having, bringing a kid into the world, and there's a lot of like weird stuff happening, politically, economically, even like socially in the way kids grow up and stuff. And my wife was making the point that like, no matter what, though, you can always like, you don't have to worry about all that. All you have to do is worry about like shaping her, looking out for her and stuff. But I feel like Rick is very jaded and cynical towards everything else in the world, but his daughter, he always turns and he's just like, but you're awesome. Like, you specifically are awesome. So no matter how dumb the world gets, he's like, you're good. So in that, I can empathize with that.
That is 100% parenting. You have to. The world is burning, but you're like, no. But this is okay for whatever's happening, and because it has to be. You know what I mean? Like your life could be on fire, but your kid is not because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Nice.
That's deep. It's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just got to end the draft now.
That's it. Sorry, Jim.
I
think I won.
My cat checked out anyway.
Has it moved?
Yeah, it flopped over.
Oh, okay. It looks flat, super flat.
Yeah, I told her that.
All right, James.
So I'm going Homer Simpson 1-1. I mean, that's I think should have went 1-1. He has some faults, as anyone does, but at the end of the day, he supports his family and never cheated on his wife. And he's the dad. And there are so many different instances where you're watching him and you're like, oh, that hits home. That's funny. And it's been a staple in the house for the last 25, 30, whatever many years it's been now. So, Homer Simpson, I think should have went 1-1, and I'm happy I got him in 4.
How nervous were you when you were the last pick?
I knew when George said like his was off the wall. I knew Tyler was going to go Doubtfire. I thought it was going to be
okay.
Yeah.
So
Wait, how'd you know Tyler was going Mrs. Doubtfire?
I knew this
Well,
from
he's
a long time.
divorced and he went through a divorce and
I knew that was one of his favorite movies.
Okay.
love that
he
movie.
liked that.
Love
I
it.
think he had it. And so yeah, I was actually talking. I was like, Tyler's going to pick Mrs. Doubtfire.
I actually, if I got the first overall, I actually would have went Clark Griswold because as I was thinking about this the last couple of days, I was like, God, I love every single movie that guy's in. But if Mrs. Doubtfire would have had 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, I mean, it would have been over.
Part of me, I thought about taking Homer, but I also didn't have really anything written down as far as like what I wanted specifically to say about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. And if it falls to Jim, then it's destiny. And I know Jim, that's what Jim wants.
I mean, the way I just look at it is he's like you can pull little things from him from like so many people that you meet, and it's just like I don't know. That's just for better or worse. That's who I'm picking.
Well, when we talk about like, I mean, we're drafting dads, and I think about think about Homer, you always think about like super sweet moments with his kids, or the one I specifically remember is when it's a picture, it shows his wall at work, and it has all these like negative things like don't be late, this or that or whatever, and he covers all the letters up, and the only letters that are left, it says do it for her, but he covers all the letters up with pictures of Maggie. So like I think about that, like all those, and I mean he's Homer, he does stupid stuff or whatever, but I think about that stuff.
Yeah.
Solid.
I would argue though that like that is a really good example to picture one. That's a good call out. But I would argue that he most of the times when he does something good or heartwarming, it's undoing damage that he's already done. Like he didn't go to this thing, so now he made it up to you, or he said this and this, and then he fixed it. It's never just like proactive, like, oh, I had a soccer game, look over, oh, there's Dad. Like he's always like fixing a screw up. So like his natural instinct is to do the wrong thing and then only fix it when he's already done the damage.
But I would also say like all the bad things that he does, like it's not malicious. Like he's never like, hey, I don't want to do this.
Choking his children.
I drank too much.
Choking his children.
I did it.
Yeah.
Bart can be a little bit of an asshole. Who can relate? Like it's
true. That's a good point.
So I mean, it's just like, yeah, no. Lisa's playing the saxophone too loud. He gets upset, but then at the end of the day, like
he loves it. Secretly.
He aced. Like the mom's reading off like the quiz, how well you know your kid, and he like knew every single one of the answers to those questions of who like Bart's best friend and like all that type of shit. And so and just like competing with the annoying neighbor like next door and like all like those different things, all of it just like certain parts you can pull and like just hits home. So
it's good.
Well said. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, you're up again, Jim.
Yeah. So I don't know. Okay.
You know what's this thing being a draft is so ridiculous, but everyone's just like, oh shit. All right. Who am I?
I have two.
Let me get my list.
I'm gonna go Walter.
And nothing happens at the end. That there's no like competition amongst the teams. It's just like, okay, there it is. There are the teams. And
go ahead. What did you say?
Walter White, Breaking Bad, TV show dad. Like awesome, just normal guy, like living his life. Gets cancer and is just like, I'm gonna do.
It's a bad diagnosis,
whatever I can do.
And he becomes a badass.
Yeah, he does whatever he does, like whatever he can do to put his family ahead of him, and doesn't care what happens to him. And just, I mean, it's just such an awesome show. I mean, and Bryan Cranston's amazing in it, and so that character, like just that, like, I mean, watching that, you're just like, well, shit. If something like that were to happen to me, like tomorrow, you find out like you're gonna die in a year, like, yeah, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you can to like set your family up in the best possible position.
I'm turning your ass in. I'm turning your.
He went extreme. So Walter White.
That's a good pick. I like it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Better Call Saul. Final episode's on tonight, like right now. So
I've never seen one episode. So sorry.
Of
I can't
either
add,
show?
Yeah, I can't add to anything.
Either show?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a really good show. You should check it out.
I didn't
sure
get into it until the very last season, and
Mhm.
we ran through whatever the 4 or 5 seasons beforehand. Like it was like 3 a.m. I was like, oh shit, I need to go to bed. I need to work tomorrow because it's you're just on Netflix, just running through those things. It's good.
Yeah, it is. And he looks a little bit like my dad when he has a goatee. They even have like a mole in the same spot, and he's a chemist. My dad, organic or chemical engineer.
So now we know if George all of a sudden comes with a large sum of money and it's something's going on.
Yeah, but if my dad also gets sick and he's like, "Who's going to take care of George?" Then I'm kind of a piece of shit. I feel like I should be self-sufficient by now.
That's true.
Okay.
All right, George.
Good answer though. Good choice. Oh, back to me.
Back to you.
Yes.
I'm worried that maybe no one has seen this show. I've only seen one season, and I'm going with him because he seems like a consistently good dad, and that is Sandy Cohen from the OC.
Yeah, I never seen it.
No one's ever seen it. No one on the show.
Great eyebrows. Great eyebrows.
Great eyebrows. Outstanding eyebrows. But he just seems like he's a good dude. He brings this kid into his house. He's good to his family. Doesn't cheat on his wife on every vacation they go on. And I knew no one was gonna pick him. And I was trying, because I went through and I was like, which show has a dad like never just been like, oh man, if my dad did that, that's kind of a piece of shit move. I don't remember seeing him do one, so it chose him.
What is your?
Jimmy looks like he's got something to say. I gotta know what it is.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to remember because I watched, I think, the first season of that show. And this is 20 years ago. But, like, I don't know. For some reason, I thought he ended up being, like, an ass, like, later on. So,
someone that went through the whole series has to tell us. Somebody that listens.
So, our fans, please.
Tell me if he ended up being a piece of shit, and then I'm going to change my answer before the big game.
But no, the first season, it was great.
So you have seen it?
Yeah, I watched the first season. I'm going
with Sandy Cohen from the first season of the OC.
That's super specific.
Right. Well, you said I could interpret it as I liked. So.
Hey,
I like it.
But he only gets to play the first quarter of the game. So, all right.
He's also in New Girl. Different character, but
Mr. D
there.
Mr. D. Isn't he?
Oh yes.
Who is he in New Girl? Is he somebody's dad?
Yeah, he's Schmidt's dad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All
Once
right.
Oh,
again, though, great eyebrows.
Great.
Cannot say it
because
enough.
I need to be able to thrive at any moment. I'm like, I've been drinking 3 weeks or something. Gotta go to the hospital. That'd be a bad DUI.
So if we're sticking to,
is there any good DUIs?
No, but there's definitely tiers of how awful they could be. Like dropping your kid off on the first day of school is worse than like driving home from the bar at homecoming.
All right. Okay. That's our next draft.
Trust me.
DUI.
Worst DUIs.
All right, Ty.
All right. Danny Tanner, Full House.
Yeah.
Gotta go with that one. Sorry.
I thought for sure that was going. Yeah. That's why
I'm surprised it lasted this long.
He wasn't even on my list because I knew somebody else was just going to take it.
He was on my list, but I was just like, if he falls, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I'll stick with my theme of Gone Too Soon. That's the second actor, Gone Too Soon. Seemed like a great, just genuine dude. Jim and I met somebody out at Put in Bay days. Oh, George was out there too. I forgot, but you remember Frank Bova, like that worked out at Put in Bay? Jim, Frank Bova. You remember the name at all? No. Okay. Anyway,
Tony Bova and Joe Bova.
Yeah. So Frank was the older brother, and he literally like he went out to a comedy club outside of Cleveland and uh he interviewed him and literally just I think it was his college newspaper days or something. Took time out of his day to like and Frank told me he was like one of the nicest, like just genuine dudes that, and he took like 45 minutes with him. And I'm like, that's a really nice guy that's just seemingly very down to earth. And so I don't know. I thought he was a solid pick. Very good father figure, obviously, for his entire family. Didn't seem to cheat on his wife, although his wife was dead, so we don't know the whole story there.
Another pick of someone who doesn't have a wife, but okay. We got a theme here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Single dad. Yeah.
He never does have like a piece of shit, like unforgivable moment. Like there's not an episode where you're like, oh my God, that was
in Half Baked, seeing him like do that the scene in Half Baked. I was not expecting like that was, and I know that's like more of his comedy style, I guess, and like doing stuff, but like that threw me for a loop when I saw that movie.
And a good thing about Full House is you don't have if you're just in it for the good moment, just wait towards the end when you hear the music start playing and you know something awesome's about to happen. So
the heartwarming melody.
Yeah, the heartwarming melody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it hits home all the time.
Yeah.
Olivia and I were watching Fuller House this weekend, and I got sad because he was at the very end of the episode. I was like, oh, I guess he's not going to be in any more of these episodes.
Damn.
I know.
Dude, I always was jealous that the kids could like storm off in that show because like you could say something like, "I hate you, I hate blah, blah, blah," and then like run away. But like my parents would just be like, "Come back" if I said something like that, and then it's like the most embarrassing. Like you gotta like walk back down the stairs.
Like, yeah, he was always so calm too. Like he would be like, "Deej, what's wrong?" Yeah. And all of our parents would be like,
"What was his job?"
He was on the news.
Oh yeah, he was a morning
newscaster
person. Okay. Yeah.
That George, that reminded me of when we were having a conversation on this dad podcast when Jimmy was talking about how his dad saw his tattoo and he's just like, "Dad, I don't want to talk about this right now." And I'm like, "There's no way that would have happened."
Yeah, too bad. We're gonna talk about it a whole bunch.
We're going to talk about this now.
Yeah.
All right, Lorenzo, it's your pick.
All right. Round 2 for me. I'm going with sitcom. This or TV show. This I thought it had this person has a lot of good characteristics. One being that he brought in his nephew from West Philadelphia to LA. I'm going to choose Philip Banks.
That is a good one.
He was again an awesome dad, but then to bring in his nephew to be like, yeah, I'm basically going to be your dad too, and help him, guide him, sometimes more than his actual children. But hey, when you're a troublemaker, you need more attention. So he distributed the attention as he saw fit, and everybody was good for it in the end, I believe.
And had 2 wives, and no one cared.
100%. Nobody cared.
True. Yeah, they didn't even address it. They didn't even mention it.
No. Same name, everything. Yeah. Who cares? Let's do it.
Yeah. Good pick.
Yeah, thank you. I thought for sure no one would do that one, or I don't know if it was on anybody's list, but I felt pretty confident that I could wait at least the second round for that one.
Did you know that in the heyday of the show, there was a rumor that he was in a relationship with the dad from Family Matters?
Really?
Truth. Yeah. Because like I guess the guy from Family Matters has never been like outwardly in a heterosexual relationship, but I've seen the mask like Eddie and like other cast members on the show, and they're like, why? Like as recently as like a year ago, they're like, why are you asking me? But they also kind of like skirt the answer also. And I guess at one point there was like a rumor that like the two of them were seeing each other. And I wish
power couple.
Power couple.
That would be a power couple.
I mean, can you imagine? Judge. Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah,
they could corrupt the whole system. They could take it down from the inside.
It makes its own. It makes its own sitcom. Yeah, this article from just from 2021. That's what it's talking about. Those two guys being together. Possibly.
Is this from our data team in the background?
Really? You found him good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. His
Get someone there.
We're on it. Reginald Vell Johnson, who played Carl Winslow. Man, that is a name. Reginald Vell Johnson. Yeah.
I'll just cross Carl Winslow off my list if you're going to talk about him already openly.
I mean, I'm not taking him.
Did you really choose him?
Me?
He's on my list. Yeah.
I almost chose him too, but he has a lot of like blow up moments, or like moments where he'll get like really like chauvinist, and he'll be like, Harriet, and head to the kitchen, and be like, that's where you belong. And then like the next episode, he would never say something like that.
That was like right on the edge of like, I feel like when TV shows were like flipping, like the dad still like, make me dinner, and then also like, but I love you and I'll make you dinner. You know,
just sits on the chair like the entire time. It's like just reads his paper and ignores his family.
They all treat Steve like absolute shit. He walks in every time and they're like, get out, like you're a loser, you suck. And then he does like some amazing thing for them every time, like gets Eddie like the car he lost or back, or like helps Harriet clean the house or whatever. And they're like, Steve, you're awesome. And then he walks in the next day and they're like, you're a piece of shit, Steve. Like, get out of his house.
Steve, go home.
Bring back Stefan.
Stefan. Oh yeah.
Man, I like Steve.
Yeah.
I like him for who he is.
I'm impressed you were able to name that many characters from that.
It was a good show. It was a solid show.
TGIF.
Yeah.
This is a place to be.
All right. With the number 1 pick in the 3rd round, I am going to do my wild card and go back to movie. I am going to choose Marlin, the dad from Finding Nemo.
That could play as animated, right? I mean, that's animated too.
Yeah, but I'm using it as a movie. I got another animated. Why? Both of my last picks just could be either or, so whatever. But I'm going with Marlin. Yes, at the beginning of the movie, he was like super neurotic and like, hey, come back here. Don't go over there. You got half a fin, be careful, all this stuff. Super scared for his son. And eventually, by the end of it, he figured out like, hey, I can't live my life like this. I can't push my neuroses on my son. And he became, I think, through the adventure of being with Dory, became a better father. So I'm going with Marlin. And there's no cheating involved at all. So
that would have been a good Tyler pick. No mom.
God damn it! I know. The mother died. I know. I was.
Yeah.
Marlin was on my list. You guys can't see my list, but damn it. All right. Should I go?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Wait.
What?
No.
Pause. Hold. Build the drama. I'm going to go with... What should I do? I got to go with Frank Costanza. Okay. It'll be like a wild card pick for me. I love Frank Costanza. I'm sorry. He's like...
Why are you apologizing about it?
I guess I'm not. I just love Frank Costanza. My favorite is the Serenity Now, and just screams and man, so many good episodes.
I mean, I'm no. Whenever I see him, I'm not a Seinfeld nerd, but whenever I see clips of him, he's always yelling, and he's always screaming.
Yes,
I couldn't handle that. I'm sorry.
I'm
apologizing for that. I cannot handle that.
Thank you. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant character that he plays. It's perfect. So many classic episodes.
But
you have to appreciate Seinfeld, I guess.
Yeah.
You want me to repick?
Seinfeld
Do you want me to repick?
No. That's who you have. There's no repicks because no one likes your pick.
What if they did that in the NFL draft? Like the audience starts doing, they're like, hang on.
I got another guy.
What else we got here?
That was pencil.
I'll use my repixies here.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to say about that, Tyler.
All right.
I
like it, so I don't really care what
It
you guys
was.
say.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Your team's
I'm
probably
pretty
going to
sure.
lose. Your team's probably going to lose.
I don't think so.
I mean, he's gonna get a technical because he's yelling. He'll get kicked out of the game by the end. So,
is that the game? Is that how it's played?
I mean,
we haven't established the rules, but I guess so.
Well, George's picks is only playing the first quarter, so
that's true.
This is things that are happening here.
All right.
I feel like Jerry Stiller also has some pretty impressive eyebrows, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. He does.
Good eyebrows. So it could be good.
So if we're basing it off eyebrows, that's a solid pick. Thank you.
Partially, like most things, yeah.
All right, George.
It's me, right?
It is you. Yep.
Okay. I'm cheating my way into an answer I want. Because when you told me about this, I asked if wild card could be like any art form, if I could tap in book. You said no. So I'm going with the movie version. I'm going with Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
I think he just stands up for all the right things. I like the way he treats his daughter. I like the way he treats his kids, and he's just an awesome character the whole way through.
There's nothing I can say about that one. I agree. Probably in the hierarchy of our dad picks, if it's just strictly like, hey, this person's a good dad, that's probably if it's strictly who's the best dad at being a dad,
Danny Tanner,
that's probably up there. I'm not saying it's number one. I'm saying it's up there. I'm just saying it's up there. That's all. I didn't put a number on it. Everyone calm down. It's a fake draft.
In a game that doesn't exist.
Yeah. All right, Jim, you got back-to-back picks here.
Yeah, so my wild card is going to be sitcom dad, and I'm going Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights, and just loves his family, his wife grounds him. Everything's about his family.
Overrated football coach? Overrated?
Great football coach.
Well, we're not picking it's not a draft of football coaches. We're picking dads.
Yeah, it factors into his fatherhood, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't he lose some games?
Again.
He also does inhaling teeth ticks when he's making important points. I've noticed that. He'll be like, listen here. We're going to go into the game, and we're going to make a point. And you're just like, what is that? And every time I'm like, click, 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 click.
Full confession, I've actually never watched the show at all.
It's a very good series.
Yeah.
I'll say a little secret.
Jim's about to say, I actually also never saw anything.
Start at like season 3.
Season 1, 2, they suck.
It was like canceled and then it wasn't, and they were trying to like just stay on TV for a minute. So there's like one of the players kills another player. Like there's like some kind of out there like things, right? Yeah. But then after that, it's like, no, let's just be a normal show and go. And it's really good. So season 3, go. Now for my movie dad, number 4, George Banks. George Banks.
Dude. Yeah.
Father of the Bride.
Yeah. Have you watched that recently?
I'm afraid I'd probably start crying.
Oh my God. No joke. I watched it this weekend with Olivia. Dude, that movie hits so hard now. Oh my God.
The dad's all about the wedding, gets his daughter like special sneakers. He has his own sneaker shop.
Oh my God.
Like how cool is that?
Yeah. He was not on my list until this weekend. And then I watched that movie and I was like, he's on the list. But
wait. I just made my list like an hour ago. You guys been like working on these for a while?
Yeah.
I actually made mine when we were going to do the original one when Tyler bailed. So I just all
right, I was just wondering. Anyway, go ahead, Jim. George Banks.
Yeah, so George Banks, awesome. Him and Martin Sheen like going at like just I can picture, whenever my daughters settle down and give me like that type of just like are you kidding me right now? And the hot dog scene with the
hot dog buns
that only have 8, but the hot dogs have 6 in them, and he's just having like a breakdown.
Some big shot at the hot dog bun company got together with some
the cheaper
big shot
chicken
at the hot dog store. Yeah.
Oh, dude, just
was so good.
And
I'm
he
gonna have to
seems
watch
like
this
just an
movie
awesome.
again.
Dude, I'm
He
telling
just
you,
seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lorenzo, you have a daughter. Jim, you have a daughter. Oh my God, it's like
George will.
George, you have
I
a
guess,
daughter
has
coming?
a daughter.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know the sex.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
No,
God.
it's
Like,
okay.
dude, it hits so hard. Whew.
I feel like you're gonna
me.
cry right now.
I think I might.
Do
No,
it.
but it was like, because like Olivia was watching it with me, and she's just like, "What's going on?" And I was like, laughing at certain parts, and other parts I was like getting a little choked up. She's like, "What's wrong?" And I was just like, "This is sad." Like,
what if she called you a little bitch?
I'd probably respect her more. I'd probably fist bump her and be like, "Hell yeah!"
Oh my God!
But oh my God, I'm telling you guys, it's hard to watch it recently. Like I forget what it's on right now, but I think it's on like Disney Plus or something. I forget what we saw it on.
Yeah, I'll revisit for sure.
Yeah,
it was good.
Nice,
very good.
Steve Martin, right? That one.
Yeah.
Steve Martin, Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
What if she called you a little bitch?
That was uncalled for. I feel like people are being very mean to me tonight, and I don't know if I'll be back.
What else
gotta
is new?
Fight back, man.
Oh, I got a headache because I'm laughing. All right, George. Last pick, 4th round. What do you got?
Yep, I'm going with my original choice for animated. Big fan of this guy. I'm going with Goofy from a Goofy movie.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Those are
really
good movies.
There for Max. Good dude, good values, but still silly enough. Wasn't trying to be cool. Good dad.
Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Leaning Tower of Pauly Shore, man.
Yeah.
Another one gone too soon.
What?
No, he's still alive.
I know.
His career is dead.
There was a documentary called Pauly Shore is Dead where they go around and just tell people like, what do you think about Pauly Shore's death?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People are like, who? No.
Yeah, I swear, give it a watch. It's worth it.
So that I do like that pick. That's a good pick. Goofy. Never cheated.
Never cheated, dude. That's a string of Disney movies where like they did a great job of the dads not cheating.
Yeah.
Honestly, they might be batting 100. And considering like some of them are animals and shit, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like a lion,
Yeah.
Historically, they've been pretty polygamous.
All right, Ty, your last pick.
I got to go animated, so I'm going to go Peter Griffin. I like Peter Griffin. Family Guy.
He's fun. Good dad, huh?
He's a great dad.
I'm convinced.
If we're comparing him for like Homer Simpson, like he ranks up.
I would pick Homer.
He ranks up there with Homer. The random episodes where he's fighting chickens too, like just like and then he bangs his knee and he's like, ooh.
None of these are reasons that somebody is a good father.
Yeah.
Ooh, bunch fighting chickens.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah.
He hates his daughter so much.
I'm sorry. That show just makes me laugh, though.
Sure.
This is my draft, okay?
Yeah.
Again,
no take backs.
No.
We're fine with that. We're okay with that.
So can we? Is that all of them or no?
No,
I got one more. My last pick.
Okay, yeah. I would like to hear the teams in their entirety at the end. If I could just hear whatever. Like
what I'm gonna, because I have time. This isn't going out until Thursday. I will put out you know what? I will do my last pick and then I'll talk about it. All right. So my last pick, similar kind of to Philip Banks in that he brought in, his nephew brought in somebody that wasn't his child he birthed. This is a cartoon. I'm going to go, it's kind of controversial. I'm going to go with Splinter. He raised 4 little turtles that were mutants, taught them not only how to, be badasses, but how to fight crime. And he didn't have
well-rounded.
He didn't have to bring it. Well, they didn't. I would say,
I don't think he pushed like education.
sure. But if we're ranking dads, he's way ahead of Peter Griffin. So
that's very true.
But when he got the turtles into his care, they were already teenagers. And then
that
he
can
immediately
also
just started teaching them martial arts. So isn't he? I would argue he's a mentor.
That could also
Not a father.
I've seen plenty of comics where he got them when they were little, like super little babies. So I guess it depends on where we're starting our careers here.
We'll have to check the comic books.
I'll
I
give
guess
it to you.
we'll have to go back to the research.
I'll
and see
give
how
it to
Sammy
you.
Cohen turned out. We got a lot of back checking we got to do.
All right,
Yes.
what are some of the random ones that didn't get picked? What do you guys got? I got a couple.
I had, so in the same vein as Splinter, I was deciding between those two. Dave Seville, the dad for Alvin and Chipmunks, kind of same vein there. What else?
Anybody have Mustafa written down? Mustafa from The Lion King.
I thought about that, but he didn't last very long.
That's what I thought too. So, I was like, he really wasn't around for much of his son's life, so kind of a
wasn't a winner.
When he batted 100, it's like taking season 1 of the OC. He only was there, it's just like a little chunk, but he was a great dad.
That's true.
Start to end, book it,
That's true. I also, for movies, I had Dr. Evil because I thought he was a great father figure with Seth.
So,
and
for movies, I had Brian Mills from Taken. It's not really his dad, but Sonny Koufax.
That was another one, yes.
From Big Daddy, I had him there.
That was a good that was a good one. Did anybody write down Captain Von Trapp from Sound of Music?
No,
I did not.
I did not either.
I also had the dad from American
Dude was
Pie.
anti-Nazi.
Yep,
I know we're a big anti-Nazi podcast, so he got his children away from the Nazis. I thought that was pretty big of him.
I thought about this one the other day too.
And you chose Family Guy over him.
I had to, George. I had to. I don't write the rules, George. I had to go animated. Had to go animated.
Oh my god!
What about Van Wilder's dad? Let his son kind of like go through, find his way, and then was like, "Hey, you need to graduate," and then was able to graduate.
Well, in that same breath, Billy Madison's dad too. Like sends his kid back to school when he's like 20 something, lets him figure it out.
But I feel like if we're saying Billy Madison's dad or Van Wilder's dad, then
we don't know who they are.
Yeah,
I know.
I had Scott Calvin, Tim Allen's character in Santa Claus.
I had that written down too.
Yeah.
Scott Calvin, SC.
I was surprised you didn't have that one.
Yeah, that would have been a good Tyler pick.
Can't wait till I get a girlfriend and get remarried, and then you guys can't rag on me as much anymore.
No, there's a whole subset of movies that we can, or things that we can talk about.
Oh my god,
that was so good. You guys are so mean. I think I might bow out of this podcast.
Chris Gardner.
That.
Huh?
Chris Gardner.
Will Smith.
Oh, the cat's awake.
Well, who is?
Cat moved.
Oh. Will Smith's character.
Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Mm-hmm.
I loved all the Modern Family parents involved. That's a good show. That was pretty much everybody I had.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's the plan then. I'm not going to tell you the plan. I'm just going to worry about it after the podcast. So, I will review these teams. We'll start with Jim. Jim was the last pick. So this is Jim's team. Homer Simpson, Walter White, Eric Taylor, and George Banks. That's who he's going with.
Good one.
George, Rick Sanchez, Sandy Cohen, Atticus Finch, and Goofy. Tyler, Dan Hilliard.
We don't even have time.
Dan Hilliard, Danny Tanner, Frank Costanza, and Peter Griffin. And then mine is Clark Griswold, Philip Banks, Marlin, and Splinter. Great job, everybody.
You got Danny Tanner, Tyler. He's arguably
He's high. I mean, yeah, he's
dad draft.
I was surprised he went second round, honestly, but I don't know.
Sleeper.
You could have took him first.
I didn't have to because I took Mrs. Doubtfire because I'm a single parent like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, so is Dan Tanner
Very
though.
true.
That's why I went.
Yeah,
That
he
was
has a
my
lot of
second
help.
pick.
Yeah,
My second pick.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again. This is great as always. Your cat's about to attack you. Look at it, just coming for you.
So.
About the pounds.
Like I said, I had a lot of fun. These are so stupid, but that's what this whole podcast is. It's just us being silly, and it's fun. So I appreciate you guys wanting to do this.
Do you know what the topic of the next draft is?
Not yet. Nope.
That you guys are doing? Oh.
We don't.
All right, I think this thing is going to kill me. All right. Well.
All right. Well, thanks again, and this has been our draft episode of 3 Different Dads.
My 3 dads.